Tom Nash, of course, I've got his number. I exposed the guy early on. And early on, it was so obvious to me that Tom Nash was a fraud. He was lying about his credentials. There was no way in hell he's ever worked as a securities analyst, as a Wall Street analyst. I came out and said that over and over again. It was just too obvious to me. It was so obvious to me, I was willing to give him, not bet him, give him $10,000 if he could show me credible evidence of his credentials that he had claimed. Now, this is the big story that should be on YouTube. Not that Scott Schaefer proved that Scott's credentials are fake. The real story is, wow, this guy knew, he was so confident that Nash was full of shit. He was willing to give Nash $10,000 to prove his credentials, right? That tells you something about my knowledge and insight. It's quite simple. It's quite easy to tell. That's the big story. But on YouTube, of course, you're talking about the low-hanging fruit, very stupid people. This is why, if you're a simpleton, you can be a good con artist on YouTube. You just throw something out there, and the mentality of YouTube is like a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old. 99% of the people on YouTube don't even think. This is why all the con artists are on YouTube. So you all can go through the videos and see where I exposed Tom Nash. I knew he was never a Wall Street analyst. Just complete nonsense. And I even said I thought that maybe he didn't go to Michigan, or maybe he didn't have the degrees that he talked about. For instance, he had claimed that he had a MBA from University of Michigan. I knew there was no way he had an MBA. Knew there's no way. In fact, his knowledge base was of someone who didn't even have an undergrad degree in business. And I believe, as it turns out, he had like maybe an undergrad degree in, business or something, but it wasn't from the U.S. Okay? So here's the big story, and this needs to get out. Coffeezilla promoted this guy. Coffeezilla is the guy who built his channel. Coffeezilla signed off on his credentials. And I said this many times in the past, in previous streams. I said, look, who the fuck is Coffeezilla? Tom Nash. Oh, check, you know who Coffeezilla is. He saw my credentials. He says they're correct. Who the fuck is he? I want to see your credentials. You show someone who's credible, not some little fucking twerp. My name is Coffeezilla. Mama. And now we see Coffeezilla. Where the fuck is your video exposing Tom Nash? Tom Nash is a fake investment guru. Coffeezilla. Maybe that's why you stopped going after the fake investment gurus like Meet Kevin. Because you fucked up on Tom Nash. You created the exposure that the fake investment guru, Tomer, I'm not going to say his last name, which I know. I can easily say it, and I should say it, since Tom made up some bogus excuse why he wouldn't show me his credentials. He was afraid I was going to dox him. Folks, at best on YouTube, you're going to get disinformation. But what you usually get in the financial genre is a bunch of drama and bullshit by a bunch of pinhead idiots. Remember, Coffeezilla claims he's the guru slayer, or whatever he claims he is. I'm the detective. You all need to go to this guy and you ask him about Tom Nash. Ask Coffeezilla how I was able to be so confident that I was willing to give Tom Nash 10 grand to prove his credentials. Coffeezilla, you failed. And you sat there all this time. You knew about me exposing Tom Nash. Now you know he's a complete fraud for sure, which I was confident of all this time. I was willing to give Tom $10,000. But he knew he couldn't prove his credentials to me because he knew I wasn't some fucking brainless twat like Coffee Boy. Tom is not a stupid guy. He knows he can't fool me. I mean, come on. So, Coffee Boy, where is your apology video? You can call it the apology after Socrates. The apology. Your apology video, apologize to your subscribers for not only failing to catch Tom Nash, but promoting him over and over again to build his channel, to build his grift. Coffeezilla, you helped Tom defraud people. You're a fraud, man.